Hey, everybody. I'm so glad you are joining us tonight for TechVibe Radio. This is Jonathan Kirsting.
And this is Audrey Rousseau.
Audrey, what's new and exciting for you tonight?
Oh, I don't know. Love this time of year.
Don't you? It's like that. Where did summer go?
Well,
it's like it's September already. It's freaking me out.
I don't know. I think we skip seasons around here sometimes.
I think so, but we never skip guests.
Never.
As I promised before, we are coming back. We have Vanessa Dodds here. Thanks for stopping by the show today.
Thanks for having me.
Good stuff. So tell us about yourself real quick. You have a very cool company.
I do.
And you do lots of different things. Like, I don't even know where to focus, but we'll start by just saying who you are and what you do.
I never like a dull moment, so I keep things interesting. That is for sure. So I own Connections for Success.
Yes.
It is an organizational development agency, and we do focus on business strategies and business development to help companies grow and also really get into their innovative stances, as well as their company development with their staff members as well.
How long have you been doing this for?
So it just hit over a year. It was in July was my year mark.
I didn't realize this is like, so you're...
Yes, nice. Yes. So over decades worth kind of working in multiple areas through education and government, working with workforce development. So numerous avenues that kind of led me down this path to start my own company. Yeah. Figured I could do a lot more things with helping a lot more companies on my own. So I finally went on my own aspirations and launched Connections for Success.
So what does that mean? So if you're a company and you're listening and they're going, well, why should I call her?
Right.
Yeah.
What kinds of things might they be going through?
So a lot of times it could be small businesses, and either you're growing really rapidly, and so you have to embark on some new strategies, some new business plans and action plans, business models. And you know what? You're just kind of overwhelmed with like daily operations of, say, it's a technology company or, medical company, manufacturing company, and you need to stay on top of your daily operations and overseeing your team.
For sure.
I can come in and work with the executives as well as the departments and ensure that those next steps and actions take place to help progress you towards that growth and continue profitability with your company.
So you will come in, you'll actually camp out, sit next to me?
If need be, I will bring my little cot and I can stay.
Right? So you get to be the adult. Go, okay, let's see this. Let me take a load off of you.
Yeah. So what I said, I always say I want it to be easy for the companies to excel and accelerate their business and stuff. So that's what I do. I come in, work with the executives as well as their entire team to figure out where they want to go, what their needs are, and I help take those action steps to get them there.
So you get to be the adult.
I kind of do, I guess.
Because, with a lot of our member companies, small company, they're working really hard on their product, but they need someone to do some of the blocking and tackling for them, right? When it comes to just making sure that the bills get paid, that everything happens and they can stay on a growth trajectory.
Yeah, so I can come in and be that kind of off-site third-party project manager as well, if need be. So I always say we have a 4-prong approach with Connections for Success. Okay. So I have the business strategies I work on, strategic planning, action plans, growth, do SWOT analysis, figure out if you're active, reactive. I also do organizational training programs. So I have like time management, cross-departmental communication, management programs already pre-designed, but I can customize training programs based on your needs for your company. And then the instructional design component that I do is kind of interesting. So I do a lot of onboarding program development because I find out a lot of companies are saying and businesses are saying, I want to retain my employees. I want to invest in their ongoing growth and their innovation because I know they're quality employees. So how can I get them integrated into my team in a smooth transitional way?
Right.
but most effective that I can get some results out of them quickly. So
what will you do? You'll sit closely? I mean, you made a joke about the cot, but there is some.
I think she's serious about that.
I know. Yeah. So what I do, I come in and yes, I work very closely with the management teams and everything, as well as the teams that they're onboarding and or their overall staff. So it is a lot of interactions, whether it be video conference calls, you know, some meetings, or I go take back all the information they've said. I, work a couple weeks across the project, send it back and forth for review. So it's a lot of interaction. Like I said, I do truly become that partner, that third-party partner for those businesses and companies.
You know, it seems like a lot, right?
Yeah.
It seems like a lot.
I know.
And so what's your average amount of time that you'll spend with a client?
Yeah, so it can vary depending on project. So like an onboarding project I'm doing for a financial institution, it took across 6 to 8 weeks. Now, there were some vacations in there. So, I mean, excluding the vacation time, 6 to 8 weeks to go back and forth with their president and to ensure that the training program was to their satisfaction. It is in the final stages of some tweaking at the very end results. But that is just one example. Now, I did a whole business development for a nonprofit that started up at the beginning of the year. And that spanned across about 6 months to make sure their business plan was in place, their onboarding of their entire board of directors, ensuring the executive director knew the process and all those things and the nuances. So I really become, like I said, partner, I'll say it again, with kind of the lawyers, the CPAs, and that team then too. So I want it to be the easiest transition for an executive to, like I said, have the opportunity to grow and advance their companies.
And take a load off.
And take a load off, yeah. So I kind of have that weighing on my shoulders, but I happily do it. It's been an adventure and a fun one.
So what have you learned about yourself over this last year?
So trust me, you learn a lot of things as a business owner. You learn your strengths as well as your weaknesses. Trust me, I learned that my weakness is sometimes marketing. Even though I like going out and I like targeting, but man, sometimes it's hard to talk about yourself, especially that question you said, why'd you start this company? That's always the hard one.
I wanted to. So what's your website? If people are out there and they have access to their laptop or their phone right now, where can they go and learn more about
it? Is www.connectionsforsuccess.org, and that is a number 4.
Number 4. We're talking to Vanessa Dawes. We're so glad you're here talking. You have a ton of energy. You're making me feel like I'm lethargic right now. I love that. I like it when people are pumped up because you get to have a lot of fun.
I do.
And your passion just exudes, and I absolutely love that. So people should not be afraid to contact you, right?
Absolutely.
Even if you're a small company, like you said, you can be big, small, but we all have these problems that need to be solved, and they can. Don't be bashful, right?
Right. Don't be bashful. Like I said, I work from companies anywhere from 1 employee, clear up into like the 100 employees. The trivial question I always get is, what is your niche? And I'm like, well, I can work with anyone across any industries
My
as
niche
well.
is I can work with anybody.
Yeah. But, I really find those small businesses, those 20 employees, and then going towards you can get up into the hundreds with some multiple departments. Those are really the comfort areas for me. But that doesn't mean that I can't work some corporate entities that are having these same pain points, a nonprofit as well.
Absolutely. We got a couple minutes left.
Okay.
And we could keep going, but man, I got to obey the clock as far as that goes. So, at the end of the day, like, what do you like doing the best? Is there something that really makes you like this happy and shine? Like when someone calls you in and then you see that result, whether it's an onboarding process, like what is it that you really feel like you just
I really love coming in working with strategies. So it could be, a company already is very successful, but they're looking to grow and they're looking to innovate. They have all these creative minds amongst their teams. And that's what I love the most, kind of coming in, being that third party. The president, CEO is within the room, but they're not the one directing the conversation. So then their team they really feel more comfortable talking to me, even though they've got their main director in there. But I'm leading that conversation. So then they start to talk up and they start to say, I have this great idea. And you see that president and CEO, the epiphany of wow.
Right.
Very cool. I love it. Once again, Connections for Success.
Yes, Connections for Success.
With a numeral 4.
With a numeral 4.
And I'm telling everyone, please do not be bashful. Reach out to Vanessa because you're such good people, so positive. I know that you can make such a big difference for anyone looking for assistance as far as that goes. So glad you're able to join us tonight.
Thank you.
For the show. Good stuff, Audrey. This is why we love doing TechVibe Radio.
Sure is. She has a lot of energy.
Our guests get me pumped up, man.
Yep.
I'm telling you, man. Everybody look out. We've got a couple more segments, and now I'm ready to fly. So I'm just warning everybody ahead of time. Anyhow, learn more about the Pittsburgh Technology Council by going to pghtech.org. Follow us on Twitter @PGHTech. This is Jonathan Kirsting.
And Audrey Russo.